Senator Ted Cruz, Artex. High fives a 3-year-old girl during a stop at Tin Roof BBQ in Humble, Tex. This month. Erwin Thompson, Dallas Morning News AP, by Avi Selk reporter email bio follows September 18 at 1:47 p.m. Anatomy of a Ted Cruz joke. The setup demonstrators with the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals crash descent. Ted Cruz campaign event on Saturday, handing out barbecue tofu outside a restaurant in Columbus, Tex. The punchline, "I've got to say, they summed up the entire election," Cruz told the crowd inside the restaurant. If Texas elects a Democrat, they're going to ban barbecue across the state. Bad bun. The second punchline, "Oh, he wasn't done." "You want to talk about an issue to mobilize the people, and I'm talking everybody," Cruz continued, as reported by the Austin American-Statesman. "So I want to thank PETA, and I do want to tell PETA you're going to have to disclose to the Federal Election Commission that by coming and protesting on giving away tofu, that you have given an in-kind contribution to my campaign by demonstrating just how bad things can get." The crowd inside the restaurant laughed. Cruz had been smiling as he spoke, the Statesman wrote, but just because Cruz is smiling doesn't mean he's just kidding around. Wait, we forgot part of the setup. If you don't understand the implied relationship between barbecue, tofu, and red. Beto O'Rourke, the Democrat who has surged to within a few points of Cruz in recent polls, then please refer to a preliminary joke Cruz made a week earlier at a campaign event in Humble. "Liberals desperately want to turn Texas blue," Cruz said. "They want us to be just like California, right down to tofu and silicon and dyed hair." He was smiling, but also shouting, and had given the example as an example of the far left's dangerous level of fury and rage. Anyway, the PETA members who showed up on Saturday weren't there on behalf of O'Rourke or any Democrats. In the words of their news release, they just wanted to show Cruz how delicious tofu can be. The third, fourth and fifth punchlines a day after his campaign stop, Cruz made another Beto barbecue joke. At PETA protested our town hall yesterday, handing out barbecue tofu. "We were glad to welcome them, but it illustrates the stakes of the election. If Beto wins, BBQ will be illegal. https://t. COL1ILOD6EST, Ted Cruz, at Ted Cruz, September 16, 2018. His spokeswoman made another one, coining the hashtag number abolished, which did not go viral. Then she just started tweeting about barbecue a lot. Cruz kept it up, retweeting other people's jokes and articles about his own joke. The campaign's barbecue fun lasted into Monday, by which time not everyone in the national audience was laughing. Is he even actually joking? The Statesman remembered that one of the last times Cruz mixed politics and humor, his campaign aired a radio jingle that falsely accused O'Rourke of hiding his real name. A furor over the ad eventually led Cruz into a contentious CNN interview where he explained, "It is just kind of a sense of humor." Rafael Ted Cruz accuses his Democratic opponent of changing his name to appeal to voters. Likewise, a Statesman reporter suspected that, joking or not, Cruz may have been trying to associate O'Rourke with an un-Texan, pro-tofu, weirdo-vegan animus toward BBQ in the minds of his audience. Whatever humor Cruz intended was lost in many of the news headlines. Searching for new edge issue, Cruz says Aurora will ban barbecue, was the statesman's. Newsweek, Ted Cruz claims veto Aurora will ban barbecue in Texas. Esquire, Ted Cruz has nothing left but culture war gibberish. And a good portion of Twitter was just confused. Cruz's